Hello, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Obelicious. Welcome. It's good to be back here. So, today I'll be talking about emotional intelligence, emotional management, whatever they call it these days. And I don't even know why there's no much buzz on this because this is a very, very huge topic. I'll tell you why. This affects us every day. Every day we go out to deal with different people from all walks of life, whether you go to school, whether you go to work, even at home with your spouse, with your children, your siblings, your parents. You deal with people every day with different emotions at different time of their life and different personalities, because different personalities comes with different emotions. Some are extroverts, some are introverts, some are very hot tempered. We deal with this every day, and how you maintain this can make or mar you. Now, I have seen people that lost it all in a moment because they couldn't manage their emotions. They just let it all out and they lost everything. So it's important to learn how to manage your emotions. This is not just for work, it's for all walks of life and for your mental health as well. Now, in my line of business or line of work where I have worked for over 15 years, I dealt with people, managing customers for 15 years. And I can tell you, I know one or two things about emotional intelligence. We can't go all into details on this, but I can give you the basics from the little knowledge I've acquired over this past few years. Now, I've noted down some of them so that I do not forget. So, in that particular order, I'm going to start with validating their emotions. Now, someone comes to you with very strong emotions. They are upset about something and they are lashing it all out. Number one thing is to be calm. I've learned to be calm. Now, being calm puts you in the position to not react fast. Take a deep breath. Now, this complaint could be to you directly or about someone. It could be about you, about someone. It doesn't matter. Just have an invisible wall that doesn't allow those arrows get to you, because at this point you just want to validate why. Know where that emotion is coming from. If someone comes to you and say, do you know you're a madman or you're a mad woman, I would like to know why you think I'm mad. I won't just say you two are mad, oh your mother is mad. No, but I would like to know why. So I would like to validate why. Why do you think I'm mad? Why would you call me that? So it's good to validate people's emotions, and if possible, try to clarify and ask questions like, oh, it seems you're upset about this because I reacted to this in this way. It makes you the bigger person, it makes you more mature. Now, this is if it's directed at you, but if it's about someone else, you just try and listen without being judgmental. Now, what I mean is, when someone is talking to you, you can be judgmental without even opening your mouth by the look on your face and the body reaction. You could start judging the person, which would make him or her not feel comfortable. Believe me, what you want to do is get to the bottom of it and know why things happen. I want to know why anybody or people act the way they do. Maybe I just have the passion for learning people's behavior. I have a passion for that, so I like to know. So I keep quiet and I listen, and I want to know where that emotion is coming from. I know that some people can be irrational, but that's a story for another day. But it's important to know where that is coming from. Secondly, is listening. When you listen, you have to make eye contact. Keep an eye contact and watch your body language. Some people, they would be tapping their feet because they're impatient. They can't wait to stop listening to whatever you're saying, or they'll be tapping their hand or something. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I know this is tough. I know, I can tell you, because this I had to learn over the years. It's not something you learn overnight. It's a practice you have to do, every day until you get better and better and better. So try and listen and watch your body language. Just listen. It will help, believe me. And take deep breaths at interval. It helps, believe me. When you take in, you take out all those arrows, like the ones that got to you. Believe me, it helps. Now, if you see me looking down, like I said, I noted out some things so I don't forget. Now we use reflective questions, statements. For instance, someone comes and says, "Oh, my manager was this. My manager is always asking me questions about these things. I know, I can handle. Is micromanaging me. He doesn't think I know the job." You could say, "Oh, it seems you feel you're being undervalued. You feel you're not being valued." Just to reflect what the person is saying and let the person know that you are listening and you actually understand. Now, if this thing is set at you, like let's say this complaint is coming to you, someone's trying to pour the emotions in you, and you want to listen, like I said, someone called you mad. Set your boundaries because we are humans and there's so much that we can take. So set your boundaries and know when you can't take it anymore and politely tell whoever that I appreciate you, express your emotions. I think at this point you have crossed the boundaries and I cannot continue in this conversation. And if the person doesn't want to stop or acknowledge that, you can walk out of that conversation. Do not, under any circumstance, react to that person in that way because it makes both of you the same and the whole point would have been defeated. They say anger is younger brother to a mad person. So when a mad person is shouting at you and throwing things at you, and you start shouting back at the madman and throwing things at him, an onlooker cannot tell the difference. Both of you are mad. So be the bigger person and walk out of that conversation politely. Makes you the bigger person. Now, when people are talking to you with strong emotions, like I said before, try and create a supportive environment, an environment that would encourage them to let out their emotions by, for instance, the body language I spoke about. You see, husbands, this goes to you because we wives are always doing this. We want to talk to you, but you're watching football and you tell us, continue talking, we are listening. No, you're not listening because we want you to give us all that attention. And which leads me to another one. Most people, in order to end the conversation, come with solutions already. Oh, this is what you do. If someone does this, you should do that. No, you're not Mr. Fixer or Mrs. Fixer at this point. We just want you to listen. At times, it's not as if we don't know what the solution is, but we just want to pour these things out. So at times, when someone is letting out their emotions, it's not time for you to provide a solution. It's time for you to just listen. Except they now push for a solution, then you can give them your own opinion, not force it down on them. Just tell them, "Oh, I can see this is where you stand and this is your opinion, but in my opinion, this is what I think," and they should respect it too because you respect their opinion even though you do not agree. Make your stand known politely without being judgmental, without being disrespectful, without being rude. Just let your point known. You can disagree to agree. You can have different opinions. I mean, that's what makes us different, but we don't have to agree to everything to be friends. I have friends that have different ideas and opinion about things, but we're still friends because we know where we stand on things and we maintain it and respect it that way. So, guys, let's people know your opinion. If they want to, don't be the first to provide it. Like I said, set boundaries. Now try to manage your emotions because when you don't set the boundaries, we are humans. It will get to a point where you cannot take it anymore. And when I was working, there was a time for the first time I let out my emotions, and my people react in different ways. Some explode, some implode, and because I had been taking so much, I think I imploded because when I did, I just busted out in tears. I wasn't shouting back. I just busted out in tears. It was just the straw that broke the camel's back. So at times you might not know that you're taking in so much. You think you can take it, but know when to step out and take like fresh air. Taking fresh air and let it out. Know when. Protect your mental health. Know when you can't take it anymore and just take your walk politely. So at that point, I knew I needed help. I went, sought for help, and I got it. I spoke to someone who also gave me a course to study online, and I did one or two courses about emotional intelligence, which really opened up my mind on how people act the way they do, people with different personalities. At times, it's their childhood. Have you ever watched therapists, you know, listening to their clients? If you notice, you don't do a lot of talking. They do more of listening. So you see the clients talking, talking, talking. They can be there talking for hours, and the therapist once in a while can just take notes. And when they're done talking, you see them asking the client questions. So why do you think this happened? So why do you think you did this? So at the end of the day, you see that the clients will bring out the solution to their own problems. At times, the solution lies with them, but they just need someone to help them bring it out. Or sometimes you know the solution, but they just need someone to tell them. So that goes back to fixing. Don't give the solution to them. At times, let them try and figure it out themselves. Because at times, what this strong emotion does is that it doesn't let us think clearly. But when we are calm and we speak out, we begin to see a clearer picture. I wonder how these therapists do it at times, really, how they remain calm and hear all of these things. And at times, these people, when they come to you, especially when they are pointing it out to you and you know you've not done anything wrong, from what I've seen and learned, it has to do with them, not me. They are the ones with the problem, not me. So when someone comes lashing out at me, I'm like, oh, in my mind, you are the one with the problem, not me. You are the one having a bad day, not me. You're just trying to transfer it to me because they say only hurt people hurt others. You are the one with problem. I don't know, maybe at times it could go as far back as their childhood. And that's why you see therapists asking them questions about how they grew up. Did you grow up with your parents? How was school days? Did you have this? Did you have that? How was the social life? Because at times it could be events in their childhood that shaped them into who they are. So they have that problem and they can only act in the way they know, maybe the way they've been treated all their lives. Imagine a man seeing a boy growing up seeing his father beat his mom all the time. He might end up growing up to repeat the same thing, things like that. So it's because it's what they have seen to be normal, and a lady or girl growing up in the abusive home where the father beats the mom and she gets married and the husband starts beating her, she sees it as normal because the mom stayed, it's normal for them. So at times you trace it back to their childhood and you realize that the problem started there, and that is where you start tackling the problem. So at times they're the ones that have the problem, not you. Don't take it to heart. They're the ones that have problems. So in order to protect your mental health, you just tell yourself, I'm not the problem, they are the problem. In fact, I go further, as pitying them, like, oh, this person really needs help. Unfortunately, I can't help in situations where I can. I do, but I protect my mental health. So if you're watching up to this point and you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you're new here, I don't know what you're waiting for, please hit on that subscribe button. They're not going to charge you, it's free of charge. Like my videos, because I see views, but it doesn't tell you with like. Just like my video. You have learned one or two things, or you like one or two things I've said, like it. And if you don't like some of the things I've said and you have a different opinion, please let me know in the comment section. We are here to learn. No man knows it all. And if you have experienced anything like this, we all do. We all do. Please, I'd like to hear your experience. Let's keep the conversation going. Until I come your way next time, it's Obelicious. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.